ICT functional skills, Excel, sort and filter. Topics you need to know. These are about sorting data, ascending and descending, multiple levels, filtering data, text and number filters. Okay, so sorting data. Now my personal preference, and there's more than one way of doing it, is to select all my data first. It gives me a sort of sense of certainty of what I'm going to sort by. It may also give me a few more options in Excel as well. Now from the Home tab, I go to the Sort and Filter icon, where there's a drop down. And at this point I could sort from A to Z and Z to A, which will use the first column, which could be fine. But I want to do more than that, so I'm going to use the custom sort box. You'll notice when I selected my data, I use the headings as well, and it's picked up on that, or at least it's presuming. If my data didn't have headings, I could untick this box. Right, but it did, so that's fine. And you can see that those headings are no longer selected. I untick this, it's going to take all the data. I tick here, it's presuming the top row is my headings. Now it takes those headings, and it allows me to sort by those headings, so I can clearly see my column headings here. In this instance, I'm going to sort by country. Then what do I want to sort on? Now, most people will sort by the cell values, i.e. the contents within the cells. For any reason you're doing some checks with a team and you're changing the formatting to recognise certain things, you can sort by cell colour, by font colour, as well as a conditional formatting icon. Now, what order do you want to sort things on? Depends on the contents of the cell. In this case there's text in there for country. It'll allow me to sort from A to Z and Z to A, or I can do a custom list for things like departments, job titles and so forth, and I create my list and it'll sort by that order. If I click OK now, you can see my data was already sorted like that. But if I now want to sort by another column, in this case purchases, I go right to sort and filter, and I change this to purchases. Now I get the options for order, smallest to largest, largest to smallest, or again a custom list. And I'm going to do smallest to largest. Click OK. Notice this is the column it's sorted by, and all my other columns have changed accordingly, so my data is still relevant reading across, it's still correct. I also have the option to sort by multiple levels, so we've currently only got one level, which is purchases in 2018. And I'm going to change this now back to country. I'm going to add a level, so within that country I want the clients in order. So I click on customer, A to Z for both is absolutely fine, and same with cell values. Click OK, and now you can see at the top is France, Germany, Italy, then within the UK these are in numerical order. In USA, 10, 13, 3, this is because they start with 1, so you know. Now there's also an option for filtering data. Now, again, I'm going to leave the data selected, but you don't have to. You can do it just with the headings. So if I show you here, you can go to sort and filter. It's going to presume the top row is what I want to filter by, which is correct. I get the options on each to also sort. I can sort by colour. I've got some text filters here. And this is particularly useful when, say, the values in these cells are equal to, not equal to, begins with, ends with, contains a certain value, does not contain, and again I can have a custom filter. Notice there was text in those columns. In this case, now with numbers I get slightly different options which I want to filter by. And again you can read through the top options there. And it depends what you want to do with your data. When you do filter, well, it's worth noting, so if I select UK, you can see I can only see the UK countries now, but I haven't actually deleted anything. If you'll notice here, you can't see all the row numbers. That's because some of those rows are hidden based upon I've only filtered by country, so I'm only showing certain rows. Nothing's happened, they are just hidden. I haven't lost anything. I'm going to select all again by bringing my values back. So it's worth exploring the sort of things you might do with your own data, whether at work or personal reasons. custom sort box. Sort of try and get the most out of that you would do for a role or a task. Practice task. Create a short list of names and ages, with the relevant headings in bold. Select all the data and sort by age. Now add another column to the town where they live, making sure to use the same place a few times. Sort the data by location and then by name. Lastly, filter the data just to show the data for one town.